Good morning, everybody. Coach Armando Torres here, and welcome to our webinar this morning. This morning is going to be a phenomenal time. I want you to make sure you sit back, have pen and paper, because the information I'm going to give you guys today is definitely something that's going to kickstart your career in 2016. Guys, this is something that is like the backbone of everything that we do at the Real Estate Network, okay? Everything that we do here at the Powerhouse Real Estate Network, the main thing is the real estate services. So today, I'm going to talk to the real estate agents. I want to talk to you guys who are starting out, and those of you guys who are seasoned in the business. I want you to understand this is a refresher course, but I want you to take good, copious notes, because a lot of times we get sloppy later on in our careers. A lot of times, once we know how to do something, we just go ahead and just cut corners. Today, I want to take you back to basics. I want to take you to a position and a place where if you start today, and I don't care if it's day 1 or day 9,000, it doesn't matter where you're at in your career, the information that we're going to provide in this webinar, as well as future webinars throughout this year, on Wednesdays and Fridays specifically, is going to be for you guys to do the real estate work, okay? This will take you to the next level. Just to give you a little bit of background, before I started getting coached, I was a pretty decent agent. I was making between $60,000 and $90,000 a year, depending on the year, average about $80,000. The first year after I started being coached and really working with my coach and developing the skill set, mindset, and really just the activity, I took my game to $800,000, and then the following year to 1.3, 1.8, and then over $2 million a year. And I did that for a few years straight. So pay close attention, because what I'm about to give you, these are golden nuggets, and these are things that are going to make sure that get you to the right place, okay? So the first step that I want to make sure that I talk to every single agent, and this is something that it has to be 100% in your head, crystal clear. You are an independent business owner. What do I mean by that? I want you to understand you are the CEO of your business. You are, the sun rises and falls on you. If you build a business, it's because you went and you did the actions, you followed the scripts, and you made things happen. And if you don't build a business, it's because you just didn't do it. I want to talk to you guys softly, but sometimes I got to make sure you understand exactly what I'm saying. And the reality is this: if you don't work, no matter what I teach you, it's just not going to work. What I want you to understand is this: as the CEO, you are responsible of your business, and you are responsible for the vision and the long term of your business. And the activities that you do on a daily basis has to be reflective of a CEO. You're not paid to be a secretary here, although you will do secretarial work. You're not paid to be a market research person, although you will need to do that. And as a CEO, you wear different hats. But it's up to you to make things happen every single day. And this is important, because even though you have a coach, even though I'm here coaching, you have other coaches here to support you and build your business, it's important you understand that it all comes down to you. I hear the comments coming in. Man, Mondo's kicking people in the gut so early in the morning. No, that's not the point. I just want to make sure that you understand you're crystal clear on what is required. Because once you understand what's required, now we can go into the nuts and grits and the nuts and bolts of building your business. So the second thing I want to point out here is that this is a long-term thing. This is a career business. This is not a fad business. This is not something that you're going to do for the next couple of days, couple of weeks, and just, see how it works out. If you have that mindset, go home. Go to Burger King, go do something else. This business is a long-term business designed to create a career for you. Now, again, I'm talking on the real estate side today, strictly on the real estate business side of it. You have to be committed to your business. You have to be committed to the activities required to be successful in this business. And we're going to go into excruciating detail of what that means. The first thing I want you to understand is that you're building a brand. And of course, you guys fall under the Powerhouse brand, right? But each individual, you yourself, like I said earlier, you're the CEO of your business. You are the brand. You got to understand that your business and what you do reflects upon you every single moment. If you walk to the grocery store on your day off, you don't have a day off. Starting right now, there is no day off. You better be dressed for success. If you're going to the movie theater with your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever, you better be ready to do business and conduct business at all times. What does that mean? One, be well groomed, be well dressed, be articulate and well spoken, and carry a business card. I know this is kind of like basic, right? But watch this. You never know when you're going to run into that $1 million listing. You never know when you're going to run into that client who's going to introduce you to somebody else who is going to yield you a few thousands. This is a business that you're going to make thousands of dollars. You got to be prepared for that, mentally, physically, ready to go. Understand that this is a lifelong business. Once you get involved in the real estate world, I got somebody here. I'm going to mute you out. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm just muting you out just to get a clear call here. Once you get involved in this, once you start building your business and start building your brand, I want you to set up a farm area. I want you to look at a map. Okay, and there's a couple of ways of doing this. Today, I'm just going to give you the general strokes. Next week and the weeks following, we'll go into some more detail. Those of you guys who are realtors, who are actually members of the board of realtor, which hopefully everybody is already, you'll have floridarealtor.org if you're in Florida. That's a great resource. You can find markets by zip codes on what markets are having high movement, high traffic. If you're outside of Florida and you want to find traffic areas, meaning communities that people are actually moving. If you see a community where you have like everybody in the community has been there 30 years and there hasn't been a house sold in the past 2 years, don't dedicate much time to that market. You want to find communities and markets where are moving, young families, okay, areas where you have young people coming in and out, okay, or communities that people are in transit, okay. Some of you guys live close to like the Homestead Air Force Base, for example, okay, or an Air Force base or an Army base. You have people that are in transit, right? If you're looking at communities within your geographical area, apartment buildings that have movement. So you're going to go on your MLS or your whatever you guys are using in your particular region. I know you guys in Sydney and people in London don't have an MLS, but just tax roll or whatever it is that you got to find an area that there's movement. If you're in Florida, it's a lot easier for you guys. Okay, Miami and Orlando, very easy. Just go on your MLS, look up the subdivision, and see what kind of movement is there. Is there rentals happening month in, month out? Is there sales happening month in, month out? And then once you identify a farm area, this is something that you want to commit to at least 3 years. At least 3 years. Now, of course, you're going to see results much faster than that, but you want to commit to at least 3 years. Once you're committed to a farm for 3 years, you own it. After that, you own it until the day you decide you don't want to own it no more. To this day, in the markets of Calusa or Winston Park in Miami-Dade County, I knock on any single door, and the people will know exactly why I'm there and what I'm expected to what they're expected to do. Right? Either sell or list with me or refer me some business. So setting up a farm area is crucial. Once you set up a farm area, there's going to be activities that you're going to do on a monthly basis to make sure that they're there. Now, some of you guys right now may be saying, well, I don't have a lot of money for advertising. And that's fine. I'm going to give you guys a couple of tidbits on developing a farm without spending too much money. It will be sweat equity. So that's how it's going to work out. Developing a farm. Month one. Month one, you're going to dedicate your Saturday mornings to go knocking on doors and giving them a business card to introduce yourself to the community. I would also do a printout of like a 1 mile radius or a half-mile radius. Those of you guys who are using ML Exchange or MLS Matrix, you guys can do that. And again, I'm sorry if you're one of those markets that don't have an MLS, but I know you guys know exactly what to do. You're going to do a printout of everything that's for sale in a specific area. It doesn't have to be 1,000 houses. It could be 5, 6, 7 houses. But just to give them an example of what's for sale. Because people like that. And if they're thinking about selling, They want to see what their neighbors are doing. Now, a lot of agents, and later on, when you have a lot of money and you're able to do a lot of print postcards, you're going to be sending this in the mail, right? But at first, you want to go out and give these paper to the owners with your business card. Just let them know that, what's in the marketplace. Let them know that you're actively in the marketplace, and if they know of anybody who's interested in selling or buying. And I'll share with you guys, there's some scripts for door knocking. But let me take a step back and tell you, and this is something I want everybody to write down. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. A lot of us are very analytical. We always got this, I got to make sure I say the right thing. I got to make sure I got it down packed. And yeah, use scripts. It's important. And use the stuff, the materials that we're giving you. But just get into action. Get into motion. Newton said it best. Isaac Newton, that's one of the most recognized people in science. He has his 3 laws of physics. One of his laws of physics says an object in motion will remain in motion until an internal or external force slows it down or brings it to a stop. That's important for you guys to understand. Just get into motion. And if you're not in motion right now, if you're not in activities right now, then get into it. Pick up the phone book. Start calling people. Do something to get into motion. So that's month 1 in setting up your farm. Identifying the area and getting out there on Saturdays and knocking on doors. Step number 2, holidays. Your holidays, again, depending how much money you have and how much money you want to invest in it, it could be as little as you can go to the dollar store and get the little, remember in elementary school, you had the little Valentines, little hearts, right? And just write from your neighborhood realtor, love Armando Torres, right? Your phone number. And go and knock on doors and hand them out personally. If they're not there, then just leave it at the door. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, whatever. All the holidays, make sure that you are connecting with your farm area. Step number 3, and actually you could start this day 1. Create a Facebook page for your farm area. Watch this. This is crazy. Today, guys, we are in 2016. When I started in real estate, we didn't even have an internet. I just dated myself, right? But we're in 2016. Social media is important. Create a Facebook page for your community. And as you're knocking on doors, invite people to participate in your Facebook page. Start on month number 3 doing activities. Do a neighborhood barbecue. Do a neighborhood get-together. Do a neighborhood cleanup day. Get creative. Month number 3 should be a get out there, especially you guys right now in the north. It's real cold, so I understand if you're not doing a lot of outside of activities, but create a cookie exchange, in the middle of March or something, or April. Month number 4, that's when you start mailing out postcards, because by that point you should have some income coming in. And you have to commit to a 21-day cycle. Every 21 days, a postcard goes out. Now listen to me and listen to me clearly. You do not stop the face-to-face activity. Just because I see a lot of people do that. They start sending postcards and they never go out there and they never meet anybody. Guess who's going to win? If you're sending postcards and I'm knocking on doors, guess who's going to win? And if you're sending postcards and I'm sending postcards and I'm still knocking on doors, guess who's going to win? I want to put you in a position to win. And every month thereafter, create activity. In 6 months, if you do what I'm telling you here, you will dominate in that marketplace. You will prove to that community that you are a force to be reckoned with, that you're serious about your business. And that if they ever think about buying or selling, or they have a referral, somebody moving into the neighborhood, or friend or family member, you're the person they're going to call. Next point. Commitments. Guys, I want to break it to you. Here's the bad news. This is a profession. I just used the bad word, right? A lot of people are like, man, I joined real estate, or I came over here because I want to build a lifestyle. I want to be on the beach and I want to be relaxed. Yes, guys, the money will come. You will be able to enjoy the nice things in life. But for the next 3 years, is work your tail off. Now, fortunately, every single one of you guys who are listening to this, and if you're part of the Powerhouse Real Estate Network, you have an opportunity to build a team. So that's going to give you that freedom faster, right? In the next 3 years, you do this for the next 3 years, you'll have a team and the thousands of people who are doing this, and you're making money left over hand over fist, regardless of your personal activity. In the beginning, your people are going to do exactly what you do. They're going to follow your role. If you're not at the office, guess what? Nobody's going to be at the office. If you're not out there canvassing, if you're not out there building your business, your brand, they're going to do exactly what you do. You're sleeping until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're waking up, and they're going to do the same as you do. But for you right now, first step is to get into motion and become that brand and commit to being a professional. Professionals do 2 things and do 2 things well. One, they follow a schedule. And guys, at this point, I'm going to get real serious with you guys. We need to have a written daily modus of operandus. Keep plugging in next week, I think, or the week after, very soon here. I believe David Farrell is going to do a time management training. One of our coaches out of Orlando, phenomenal broker, great guy. He's going to be doing a time management training. But I'll tell you today, starting today, make sure that you have a written schedule. And for my purposes, I want you to have a few things on there. And watch this. This is exactly, and I showed the guys yesterday, what would I do here in my business? You have to have a written schedule. And here's my daily routine. 2 hours of real estate prospecting. Now, what do I do? Who do I call? Okay, guys, there's a few software out there, and I was getting back and reintroduced last night with them. The one that I've always used is called The Red X, TheRedX.com, TheRedX.com. And I believe in most metropolitan communities in North America and even Canada, you're going to be able to use this. All right. Again, you guys in the UK, you're on your own, buddy. I have no idea. But get with somebody over there, and I'm sure there's going to be some software or something that'll list, right, people who've expired and for sale by owners. That's the 2 main focuses. Why do I say this? Let me take a step back and let me make sure that we're all crystal clear here. If you are going to follow my system, if you're going to follow the Powerhouse system, you need to become a listing machine. If you're going to work real estate, you need to be a listing machine. What are you doing as a listing machine? You find people that need your service. You do a phenomenal presentation. You do the phenomenal follow-up, and you provide kick-ass service. You do that day in, day out, you will build a brand. People will respect you and follow you. And guess what? It's the same exact skill set, mindset, technique set to build your real estate team. So if you're a network marketer and you're listening to this, it's the same exact skill set. Find people that are looking for you, provide a phenomenal presentation, and then do follow-up and help them win. Same skill set. So here, as a listing agent, as a listing machine, you need to provide 2 hours of your life every single day in prospecting for listings. Those of you guys who are building a team, you also want to dedicate yourself 2 hours a day, 2 hours, to prospecting and building your team. And that's minimum standard, guys. Right there, we're talking about 4 hours a day of prospecting, just prospecting. Now, you're going to get busy. Watch this. You're going to get busy. You will have appointments. You will get things thrown at you during the day that you feel like you cannot prospect because you don't got time for it. I want you to get a hammer and hit yourself upside the head when you get to that point. Because if you don't continue prospecting, if you don't continue priming the pump, your well will dry out. So make sure you understand that, and we get on that. When you are in motion, you need to continue having 2 hours a day, no matter what happens in the world. I don't care if Obama or Putin or the Chinese or Ken Youngling, I don't care who, you need to do your 2 hours a day of prospecting. And if you're building a team as well, do 2 hours in addition, not in combination, in addition to that. I dedicate 1 hour a day to social media. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about blog posts, Facebook. Facebook, guys, is something that a lot of people criticize me, and I'll tell you, I get people telling me all the time, oh man, you shouldn't really be putting your business out there on Facebook, or you shouldn't be using it as a newspaper. Well, guess what? It works. People continue to call me. People continue to do business with me because they see that I'm busy, because they see that I'm actually actively doing something. I got a call today at 4 o'clock in the afternoon with somebody in Rhode Island who wants to be an affiliate. That's straight up through my Facebook marketing. Okay? Now, there is a limit. You don't want to just spam all the time, right? But put the activities that you're doing. If you're going on a listing presentation, hey, I'm on my way to a listing presentation. If you're actually there at the house, take a picture in the front of the house. This property will be on the market soon. Something like that, right? And then once you get the listing contract signed and you leave there, you're like, on the market. Call now before it hits the MLS, right? And then once it hits them, it should just hit the MLS. And once it gets contracts, which right now I understand they're pretty fast in getting contracts, put it on your social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Under contract. When it's sold, just sold, have the owners out there with a sold sign, right? You with a picture with the owner's sold sign by your sign. Big smile, everybody. Right? Promote your brand. Yesterday we had a phenomenal training with one of the coaches training, Tracy O'Haller, and she talked about the 5 core commitments. And one of them is becoming a master promoter. And that's the key. Promote events, promote stuff that's happening in your office, promote other people's listings in your office. You had a slow day today, you went out on the listing presentation, may not have gotten it, but you know what? Somebody else in the team got a listing. Promote their listing. Obviously, with your phone number and your name and stuff, right? But that creates activity, and people want to see that. Social media is very important. I dedicate 1 hour minimum a day with social media. Watch this. 1 hour of admin and follow-up. Guys, we are in straight crazy mode. We're calls. We might have talked to somebody. We promised to send them an email or something like that, and we jot it down, and we haven't sent out those emails. You need to dedicate 1 hour a day, sometimes at the beginning of the day, sometimes in the middle afternoon. Just take a break and do that, sometimes in the evening time. But make sure you're doing your follow-ups. Money is in the follow-up. And, again, David will train on that very soon here, and you'll see that that's something that he'll talk about a lot. It's about the follow-up. Money's in the follow-up. The other thing I have right now, and I started in 2016, very fanatical about, is 1 hour a day of physical training. As of yesterday, I was down 9 pounds, and probably going to drop another 90 before it's all said and done this year. That's my goal. So, just get something going, but this is the professional side of the house, guys, and I don't want to share with you guys. It's important that we all take a second here and talk about this. Your family needs to be in your schedule. Your wife and kids need to be on your schedule as an appointment. We're going to get crazy. We're going to do busy. We're going to get extremely busy, and we're going to make some serious money here. But I want you guys to not lose your north. All right? There's some teachings out there that talk about, a ruler of 24-inch ruler. And it's broken down in 3 parts, 8, 8, and 8, right? 8 hours of labor, 8 hours of rest, and 8 hours of your time with your family. And that's important, guys. I've seen too many people in this business get excited, start making money, and lose their family. It doesn't matter how much money you have if you lost your family. So put that in your schedule. And I want to make sure we're a family company. I believe hardly in making sure that we take care of, the wife and the kids and the husbands, right? And again, we're going to make a lot of money, we're going to have a lot of fun, but make sure you keep the real thing the real thing. Your family needs to have a priority in your life. So in summary, guys, today I want to make sure we go back and we just touch on these points here. The mindset is very important. You are an independent business owner. You are a CEO of your company. This is your business. Treat it as such. Treat it as a business. If you treat it as a business, it's going to pay you like a business. If you treat it as a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. Understand that at the beginning, it's a lot of work and not a lot of money. I'm going to be crystal clear with everybody. I don't like anybody thinking, oh, Mondo told me I was going to get rich quick. No, I never said that. And I'll never say that. There's a lot of work to be done before the money starts coming in hand over fist. But if you do it right, you lay down the foundation, you do what I'm telling you here, guys, there's different angles, different income opportunities within the Powerhouse Real Estate Network. What we're talking about today is your real estate business. That's the backbone of what we're doing here. Your real estate business, if you do what we're telling you here today, in the next 18 to 36 months, you will have built a solid brand, a unbeatable brand in your marketplace. Nobody will be able to touch you. Nobody will be able to come into your marketplace and try to take over because you'll have it locked down. Start with 1,000 houses, then go to 2,000 houses, then go to 5,000 houses. For those of you guys who tell me, Mondo, I don't have too much money right now to really be involved, start getting listings and dedicating to farming, I'm gonna tell you this: go out there and do a rental or two, make some money, and invest that money into your prospect, into your real estate business. Do Uber. I don't care what you do, but there's ways of making a little bit of money, putting it into work, and getting that rocking and rolling. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about what actual documents or what materials we use for marketing purposes. What I gave you today, most of it is free. The majority of the stuff is free, right? Get going today. Get into action today. Door knocking is a phenomenal a way of prospecting, okay? Pull out from your MLS in your marketplace, pull out a list of expired listings. Anybody who expired yesterday, and if you run the red X, it'll give you like all the expires from yesterday, right? And go door knocking tonight. Get out of your comfort zone. Get into action. Tonight, today, get out there and make it happen. Guys, this is a phenomenal industry. We're working on a phenomenal time. This recession is over, folks. As far as real estate is concerned, every market that we're in right now, the recession is done. There is no recession. The only recession is in your head. The only scarcity is in your head. Clear that crap out of your head. Do a mental cleanse. Let's get to work, and I'll see you at the top. Guys, my name is Coach Armando Powerhouse Torres. It's my plum pleasing pleasure to be with you today. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me a text message directly to my cell phone, 305-409-6835, 305-409-6835. As is customary, Monday through Friday, we have our trainings live here from 11:30 to 12 noon. At this time, I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to go live to anybody who's here and answer their questions. On Wednesdays and Fridays, specifically, we're going to do our real estate training that we did today, specifically nuts and bolts on how to build your real estate business. I hope today was a great training for you guys. Take this to the bank. Go out there, get in motion, and I'll see you at the top. Guys, we're live.